my name is Jessica. I am your school occupational therapist. Hola, mi nombre es Jessica. Soy tu terapeuta ocupacional. Si publicaron instrucciones escritas para videos para familias de habla española. So, what I want to do each week is I'm going to start with a movement activity, and then we're going to go through the fine motor bag that you should have gotten. I provided some worksheets. You should have a folder and this bag. So each week we'll be using things in this bag. So if you can, I definitely want you to explore what's in here with your child, but try and keep it all together because we're going to be using this for each lesson. So to begin with, we're going to start with rolling. We're going to do this for a couple weeks, and I'm going to show you some different activities that you can do with your child. Rolling is really good. It's kind of the first step, and we'll progress through to more challenging things. Rolling gives them a lot of body awareness. Depending on textures that you use, I have this nice soft blanket, so that's good for their tactile processing, their touch awareness. Rolling is also really good for vestibular processing, so their awareness of where their body is in space. And so that's what we're going to be doing for today. We're going to start with something that's a little bit easier, which is rolling down a ramp. So I have these couch cushions placed along with my blanket. This is a little bit easier because they have gravity working with them, so they don't have to initiate the movement quite as much. I'm going to introduce you to my friend here. So I don't have a child at home to demonstrate with, so it's a little bit strange looking, but this is my child that I'm going to be demonstrating, and it'll be a little bit easier for me to show you what I would like you to do with your child. So I am going to start my child on their belly on top of my ramp. Okay, so on the belly, on top of the ramp, you can just use couch cushions for this. You can use stacked pillows, kind of anything you have in your home that you can stack up that's soft. So I'm going to start my child with their hands placed underneath them. So this is a little bit easier because they'll be able to push off. And then if that is challenging, if they're not understanding your directions to push themselves, you can also give them a little bit of pressure at the hips and at the shoulder and start to roll this way. So if you turn the shoulders and the hips, the rest of the body is going to follow. So you just go ahead and turn them, and they should roll down their ramp. Mine doesn't roll quite so good because it's a pillow. All right, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, if that was really simple for your child, you can also have them roll down. Go back on the belly. You can also have them roll down with their arms up. So maybe you could place a ball in their hands and have them roll that way. And that's going to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more work on their core muscles, so their tummies and their backs. So that is our movement activity for this week. Okay, the next thing that I want to talk about is what's in our bag. So one of the things I forgot to mention, the reason why we're doing these movement activities, even though most of your children have fine motor goals, so they're really working on their grasp, maybe pre-writing lines, just fine motor strengthening. The reason why we do movement first is because all of that is going to help with our fine motor movements. So, it's really important to have this good strength here, that I sit upright. I can't have my fingers and my wrists move really nicely, really controlled, unless I first have this solid foundation. So that's a big part of it. And then just our body awareness. So that's why we're going to be really focusing on movement first, and then we'll get a little bit more into those small tabletop fine motor activities. So for now, I just kind of wanted to go through and show you what we have in our bag. Next week, we'll get more into the activities. So you should have, I think everyone has 3 pipe cleaners. You should have 3 straws. We have some cotton balls. We have pom-poms, stickers, googly eyes, Q-tips, buttons, and then we have lots of clips. So clips are really great for fine motor strengthening and control. They have these homemade tongs. So the way we're going to use these, this helps with the pincer grasp. It helps us with holding our pencil later on. So we're going to want to hold it as though we're holding a pencil. Let me see. I don't have a pencil right now. Oh, here we go. I have a crayon. So really nice grasp. This is a tripod grasp. So make a sandwich, rest it on a plate, and that's how we should be holding it. So it allows for a lot of that refined movement of our fingertips. So that is how we want to hold this too. So your child may want to grab it turned this way. We don't want that. We don't want this way, because then they will also be grabbing their crayon this way. We don't want that. So what we want is this way. So we're going to have them hold it like this. Pinch with the thumb and the index finger. Okay, and so we're going to use that later on, mostly with the pom-poms to separate. Okay, so we have various other clips in here. Tissue paper, Play-Doh, glue stick, a marker stamp, and these are pull-aparts. So they have little openings. It's really good for rotation and bilateral coordination. So they have to use both hands on this. Okay, so those are all of our materials. So you can go ahead and just kind of explore those with your child, get familiar, and then next week we're going to have an activity with those. And then I also have some worksheets and some construction paper. So we'll be getting into some crafts with the construction paper. This one, go ahead and leave this in the plastic sleeve that it came in. We'll be doing some things with Play-Doh and pom-poms, separating the colors. And we'll use this for reaching across midline. We'll probably be doing that next week. And then there's just various worksheets where they're going to be able to work on their pre-writing lines. If you don't mind, just go ahead and leave this for the sessions that we work on these, because not every time will be with a marker or pencil or pen. We may use some other materials to get them the idea of the straight line. So you can just kind of browse through that, get familiar with it, and these will be the materials that we'll be using for the next few weeks. So I look forward to working with you. If you'd like to do direct sessions, it'll be something very similar to this. We can set that up, or just let me know if you have any questions about our activities. Take care. Bye.